Good morning. Good morning. Beautiful, beautiful Wednesday morning here in Tennessee. My name's Coach Michael Burt. I got some core beliefs. One belief is a good coach can change your life. Two beliefs is you can't see the picture when you're inside the frame. Three belief is you don't need more money, you need more people. Four belief is there's a vicious cycle we fight in life. We start with good intention, we fail to follow through, we experience guilt. What's up, Thomas C. Davidson? I was talking about you yesterday to a group of real estate agents in Nashville. Abby Beals, good morning. So I got all these beliefs based on beliefs. Every action you take is created by a belief that you have. Every action you take is driven by your thoughts. Your thoughts are no wiser than your understandings. Good morning, Sean. That's right out of The Richest Man in Babylon. I think first page, third paragraph. Tyler, my man. John Hart always shows up. Dedicated, committed. I try to be, man. It's like Paul in the Bible. He said, man, I try to do good. Sometimes I can't do it, but it ain't lack of effort. Every day I try to show up for you guys, man. This morning I spent some time with my kids. Headed out to the lodge this morning for Monster Producer, Freddie Blanton. People that are in Monster Producer now get access. What's up, Matt Insell? Now get access to 4 full days with me at the lodge. So I'm excited about this because I love coaching people in person. What's up, Celeste? I love it. So I'm going out to the lodge today to spend a day with Monster Producer. Some of those people come in from all over the country, and we're going to help them. Jackie, we're going to help them, man. We're going to help them do a lot of things just like a good coach does. Now, my message this morning, Cynthia, these go to YouTube. If you want to watch them on YouTube, Jeff, if you want to follow me on Facebook, thank you guys for showing up. The artists can't sing the songs if they don't have people to show up to listen to them. So that means a lot to me, Paul. Means a whole lot to me. So I got a good message this morning. This is the message I woke up with this morning. How do you separate out the pretenders from the contenders? And what triggered this in me is I'm writing the book Flip the Switch. I'm on chapter 8. I've already written it. Then I'm going back and writing it again to make it better. And there's a chapter in there about pretenders and contenders. And I think I heard this first by Lou Holtz many years ago in his book. Is how do you know the difference between a pretender and a contender? This morning, a woman reached out to me and said, man, somebody's impersonating you on a dating site. I'm like, Lord, people have gone to new levels. Like, I get it on Instagram. People impersonate you and try to sell you Bitcoin, right? But getting on dating sites and impersonating another person is taking it to a whole nother level, right? And then I was like, man, now people are going to think I'm on those sites. But it was an imposter. It was a pretender. And I'm not talking about that kind of pretender. I'm talking about a person that has really not done the deep work. They really haven't worked the muscle. They really haven't put in the time. And so therefore, they really are not that good. Right, Jimmy? And what happens is, what's up, Timothy and Eddie? What happens is the market exposes these people. Okay, it's a new trend right now to get on stages and to speak, right? To speak around the country, and there's so many conferences that, and people want you to come and speak for free, and then you can offer something, and man, so there's been a flood of people get on stages and impersonate a coach, for lack of a better term. But they haven't put the work in. Now, there are some people who get on those stages and, man, they've been working their whole life. And they're absolutely incredible. Right, Matt Insell? I mean, they've done the work. Like, I think about Matt. Matt started coaching like I did early in life. Raised by a dad that's a Hall of Famer. Been in the business his whole life. Been around it his whole life. Recruited at the highest level. Like, he's not a pretender. He's a contender. And that's really, we're going out into the marketplace, is we're looking for people who, right, can contend. That means play at the highest level. And the reason they can play at the highest level is because they got 4 components. They got a very specific knowledge. They have a very impeccable skill. They have an incredible Anthony Starks prey drive. And they got a remarkable confidence. So, today, I'm Coach Michael Burt. I believe everybody needs a coach in life. Don't be a pretender, man. Pay the price. Put the time in. Do the work. Man, let's take it all the way. I believe in you guys. Pretenders versus contenders. Let's have a great day. Coach believes in you. Don't be the fake thing. Be the real thing, man. Love you. Boom. Tag team, we back again. All right, this is a supplement because I wouldn't finish. I wouldn't finish with my talk, but my wife kept calling me, and I didn't know if something was wrong. So, of course, there wasn't anything wrong, but she needed me to do something. So, I wanted to finish my talk, okay, on pretenders versus contenders, and the pretender. Let me get into the depth of why this is easy in today's world, right? The pretender can be a pretender because there's no demonstrated capacity and no real proof on social media that they're legitimate, right? So we're talking pretenders versus contenders. How do you be a contender? There's only one way to be a contender, folks, and it is through the results and the demonstrated capacities you have with people, okay? And over a period of time, right, the market will recognize who is legit and who's not legit, okay? And it really comes down to a talent. Now, I'm thinking about Saturday night where we had Andy Griggs at our hunting club event, and and you know, been singing his whole life. Incredible storyteller. You can't fake that. And that's one of the things he said to me, Dale Childress, when he came off after singing for an hour with a group of people. He said, man, only 50% of artists could have done that. Literally sit there, Dale Childress, and keep the audience's attention, tell incredible stories, sing incredible songs in an open environment, right? He said only 50% of today's artists could do that without any external things, boom boxes, whatever artists do today to make themselves sound good. And that's what I think about the world, man. There's only a certain percentage of people who can actually do what they say they're going to do. And that doing, right, we're talking pretenders to contenders. How do you be a pretender versus a contender? The doing is from the doing. Long cycles of showing up, long obedience in the same direction, collaboration. I didn't have a word for it for a long time. Now I've read the book Deep Work by Cal Newport. Now I got a name for it, and the name for it is deep work. Right? The name for it is I typically say long obedience in the same direction. That's a title of a book by Eugene Peterson about how hard it is to be a Christian. Long obedience in the same direction, or how hard it is to be obedient. Right? Well, that is one way of looking at it. The contenders have had a long obedience in the same direction. Years of practice, years of putting the work in, Sean, years of showing up. Okay? And if you ever see a great artist come in and perform, man, they can just come in and go. They may warm up just a minute, but man, they don't need to warm up. Because D. Hodges, they don't need to warm up because they're that good, man. They've been doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. And then the market recognizes the talent. And the market says, you're good. And because you're good, we want to reward you in the form of love and appreciation and affirmation and ultimately money. Money's just an exchange of value. So the pretenders make the baby money because they're not that good, and the market recognizes that. No matter how well they market, no matter how good they look on Instagram, no matter how much they pretend to be good, no matter how big a game they talk, the only real indicator, see, now we're getting into some good stuff, Sam, the only real indicator is what the market has to say about what it is you're doing. because the market never lies. I wrote about this in Person of Interest. So all of this started when I woke up this morning. I stayed, today was a day off for me in the gym just to recalibrate and rest because I got some big things coming up. And so I was spending time with my kids, and I thought, man, what am I going to talk about this morning? And I was writing the book, Flip the Switch, about the activation of prey drive. And somehow in the book, I get into pretenders versus contenders. Contenders know how to call upon the prey drive, Eric Tibbs. They call upon it when they need it, which means they can peak up in a big game, in a big performance, even when they're fatigued, even when they're tired. That's why I use the word call on it, right? They can call on that prey drive, even when they don't feel like calling on the prey drive, but they can because they're that good. And they're that good because they've done the deep work, right? At the end of the day, that's why they're that good. So when you're thinking about it, you got to ask yourself, man, are you living in a false reality, which so many people live in? Morning, Dawn. So many people live in this false reality where they haven't put in the work. And because of that, the market is going, man, you're just not that good. I mean, I hate to tell you that, but this is why you're still making the baby money, and this is why you're still getting the baby results, because the market never lies. The market tells us. So that's really what I want to say to you this morning, man, is the deep work is the contenders. Okay? And there's very few in the world. The shallow work is the pretenders. That's the best way I know how to say it. Okay? And like I said, you can market your way into being great. Okay? Right, Heidi? People can market themselves into being great. That don't mean they're great. Because when they show up to do the deal, to sing the song, to do the dance, then the market tells you. Yes, I remember getting beat one night. All of my coaches on here will appreciate this. I thought we were good. I really thought we were good. I thought, man, this is the best team I've ever had. We went to Cleveland, Tennessee one night, which is a small town in East Tennessee, and we got so embarrassed, so whipped, that I was like, I had no idea. See, that was an awakening for me, because that showed me these people are real good. You're just kind of good. Okay? And man, it woke me up. It woke me up, and it helped me to understand, right? We're not even close to where we need to be. We're not even close. And man, do we need that? Gosh, we needed that. We needed to have that embarrassment to open our eyes to what we really, really, really needed to do. So it's the best thing ever happened to us. Something happened to me last week that embarrassed me, and it was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. I mean, the best thing. So, because it shifted a gear in me, and that's what we're looking for, guys, things that shift the gear. So, thank you for coming back for round 2. Sorry to cut round 1 short, but my wife was calling me, and she didn't even need anything that important. She just had to tell me something. So, hate to cut you off, but I came back for round 2, man, because you know why? I ain't a pretender. You guys have a great day. God bless you.